High on a grassy hill in Vermont, far from highways and city lights, stood an old lighthouse. It hadn't guided ships in decades, not because the sea had retreated, but because there never was an ocean here. Only waves of trees, misty mountains, and an endless sky. Locals called it Windy Hill for the restless wind. In that lighthouse lived Walter Gaines, alone by choice. Walter was once a celebrated communications executive from New York. His words moved crowds, shifted markets, and silenced boardrooms. He built his life on language headlines, speeches, narratives. A master of communication, but he failed the most important conversation, the one with himself. At 52, he endured a bitter divorce. His daughter left without a word. Colleagues became strangers, friends grew silent. One day, on stage giving a grand speech, words simply failed him, not from forgetfulness, but a painful realization. There was nothing left to say. He walked off stage, drove north. 6 months later, he lived inside a lighthouse, no signal, no TV, no email. Just birds, wind, and the quiet of trees breathing. At first, silence was unbearable. Old conversations haunted him, the cruel arguments, harsh truths unsaid, lies repeated. He wanted to scream, blast music, write again, but he sat and did nothing. By day 7, he heard something new, his own heartbeat. He began writing not speeches, but quiet notes to himself. In one entry, he wrote, "I once believed I could shape the world with words. Now I doubt that." As days passed, he observed a bird nesting, clouds shifting at dusk, leaves falling silently. For the first time in decades, Walter lived without needing to explain. Then came a knock. It was Anna, his niece, a journalism student, city girl carrying a suitcase, headphones around her neck. "You live here with no Wi-Fi?" she asked, half joking. Walter said nothing. He handed her a blank notebook and pen. "Are we meditating?" she asked. Walter smiled, small and knowing, then walked away silently. That night, a storm hit, power out. No internet, music, distractions. Just fire crackling, 2 people sitting quietly. Anna fidgeted, checked her phone. Finally, she set it down. She stared into the fire. The silence didn't feel empty, it felt like listening. Next morning, she wrote in the notebook, "For the first time, I didn't have to do anything, and I still felt full." Walter read it. After days of silence, he spoke. "I built my life on words, but I lost myself. I thought silence was weakness. I was wrong. It's real strength." Anna looked surprised. "Few words, deep meaning." "Silence isn't retreat," Walter said. "It's returning to yourself. When you listen within, you don't need to speak often. When you do, your words mean something." Anna stayed a week. Woke early, brewed tea, wrote pages. One whole day, no words. Back at school, she wrote, "The Lighthouse Keeper on Windy Hill and what he taught me about silence." Walter stayed on the hill. Now he spoke, sometimes gently, briefly, like the lighthouse's old beam. No longer blazing, but still guiding, warm and sure. Final reflection: words can't carry everything. Some things live in stillness, in the quiet soul. The truest conversations happen not when we speak, but when we listen within.